The simple pistol is the favored weapon for everybody that likes saving resources and losing fights. This isn't exactly a great gun, but let me teach you a thing or two about it. The Fabricated pistol's greatest and maybe only strength is that it's cheap. Dirt cheap. 20 metal, 35 polymer, and 30 paste. This is the cheapest fabricated weapon, and if you have a decent supply of paste, by far the cheapest weapon overall. Compare this to the shotgun's 30 metal, 55 polymer, and 45 cementing paste, and you realize that the gun is incredibly cheap. It also is the lightest gun at 2.5. The next closest one is the simple pistol at 5.0. The Fabricated sack of shit fires the advanced bullet, an incredibly cheap piece of ammunition, costing 1 metal and 3 gunpowder to make 3, meaning it doesn't even take a full piece of metal to craft a bullet. Compare this to the simple pistol's simple bullet, costing 6 gunpowder and 1 metal to make 2, and you suddenly realize why a lot of players suddenly find this ammunition to be very attractive. The pistol is also capable of going through 2,100 shots before breaking, though I'll be surprised if someone doesn't kill you before you manage to do that. This is equivalent to roughly 11 minutes of full auto fire. The simple pistol does the second lowest damage in the game per shot of 50 with a 5-round rate of fire, has the second highest magazine of 13, and the quickest reload of 1.45. This makes it a bullet hose with frequent yet very quick stops in between, giving it a theoretical DPS of 250 per second, with each magazine doing 650 damage. A mag dump plus reload takes 2.6 seconds, meaning you can get through 14.8 magazines per minute, meaning in total, over a minute of very quick and on and off fire, you can do 9,620 damage per minute. Fairly high. This is where you run into the first of many issues with the Fabricated pistol, however. One of the greatest and maybe only advantages to the pistol is its incredibly low weight of 2.5. However, the amount of ammunition you need to carry is absurd. Not because of the cost, but because of the weight it imprints. So like I said, for 1 minute of firing, it takes roughly 15 magazines. So, this means more or less 19 weight, which combining with the pistol is well over 20 weight. So to put this into context, you could carry a long neck and 50 rounds for much lighter than you could carry a pistol in 1 minute worth of firing. The simple pistol has what I would call short to medium range. Up to 3 foundations out, you're going to consistently hit the same piece of flak, but if you go from 5 to 10, at this stage you're still going to hit the target, but you're going to be hitting different pieces of flak, which isn't as helpful. This isn't because of the recoil or anything like that, it doesn't have any. It's the bloom. There's nothing you can do about it, it's just completely random. Overall, I would say slightly less effective at range than a fabricated shotgun, which you would hope a pistol would have at least a little more range than a shotgun. Overall, you can sort of tell that I hate this weapon. I've never had a single good experience with it, and I actually don't think I've ever been killed by it either. This is a weapon that sees almost no use in PvP, because it's like the assault rifle, but with none of the upsides, and the only upside being that it's cheap. But if you're going into a fight, you shouldn't cheap out and get this thing, because like I said, so the issue with the assault rifle is that it's a loose cannon, it's sort of uncontrollable, and this pistol has all the downsides of that without the upsides of being as strong as a cannon. It's like a loose pea shooter. It doesn't do very much damage, and it doesn't even hit what you want it to, but I guess it's cheap, so that's why people like it. Overall, I would recommend never crafting one of these things, and the only instance I would ever recommend using one would be if you found it in a drop or a very high quality. If you're looking for a cheap option, just go with the simple pistol. It's a lot better. Overall, the pistol is a cheap and light weapon that lacks damage, versatility, and range. Overall, it's a typical Chinese-made weapon. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. And remember, soldier, it's always better to reload your primary than to switch to this secondary. Anyone else see the similarity between fabricated pistols and high points? They're both ugly as sin and suck, but at least they're cheap.